Next question comes from Carter. Hey guys, love the show. With so little experience among SEC quarterbacks, it's hard to put together a pecking order outside of JT Daniels and Matt Corral. Could y'all rank the top 3 to 5, and I suggested 5, top 5 quarterbacks in the SEC and give a name or two that could have a breakout season and work their way onto the list? So does everyone agree with the Matt Corral, JT Daniels 1 and 2, or is there some no?
No.
Okay. What's the order?
Bryce Young 1.
Bryce Young 1. Yeah.
I'd say Corral 2. Anybody
Corral
have back?
Okay, is Daniels 3?
To this point, I mean, there's been, obviously he's a highly rated recruit and there's hope for him, but like I just mentioned a couple minutes ago, this is an offense that didn't score a touchdown against Clemson. And granted, they don't have great receivers. They're missing George Pickens. Their offense has been kind of stodgy at times, but at some point, quarterback's got to make the plays.
Connor Bazelak make anyone's list?
He's fighting for that 5th spot for sure.
It's kind of a mishmash of guys who played pretty impressively against weaker competition early.
Mm-hmm.
So like you need
Will
more.
Levis, is he in there?
Yes.
Who?
Will Levis.
Yeah, 4 tutties, man. Where is he at?
Yeah.
Let's go. Eat them banana peels. Whatever it's doing, he's doing it right.
I think Max Johnson is probably pretty good, to be honest. I think they asked too much of him. Like they're trying to ask him to do what Joe Burrow did with some questionable pass protection stuff. It's all it's all like one back run game stuff. I don't think they threw a whole lot of RPOs with him. I think they're asking him to do things that I don't know that they have the players around him to do. And they're trying to bring back that Joe Burrow magic and just kind of sprinkle it in with the Joe Brady thing, the getting his, a guy off that tree to come coach the offense. I think Max Johnson is probably pretty good. I don't think they're putting him in the best situations to succeed right now. In my mind, I was kind of like crossing off guys who I'm pretty sure are not it, right? Like Will Rogers is a no. KJ at Arkansas is likely a no. I don't think anybody from Tennessee, Vandy, or South Carolina.
No Bo Nix.
Definitely not.
I can't do
breakout candidate.
What do we do with Haynes King? Haynes King had a couple interceptions, rough start to the game. Everything ended up like leveling out for him. But that is a top 5 team with a quarterback that does not rank in the top 5 of the SEC.
Not yet. And this is where the schedule sets up perfectly for Jimbo, because now he's got 5 games to get Haynes King up to speed. Or if you really panic, you make a move to Calzada.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you see enough skill set there. They play Colorado, then they got 3 more like cakewalk games where the defense should be able to keep you, just like they did in this game that was ugly. It wasn't pretty in the first half, but you're not panicked because you're not down 14. Like they've got time to develop him, but that's going to be on Jimbo to develop Haynes King, eliminate some of those mistakes before that, Bama comes rolling into town, week 6.
So I
have a breakout. Sorry, Chip, go ahead.
Bryce Young, Matt Corral, JT Daniels, Max Johnson, Will Levis, Connor Bazelak. That's 6 that I could even feel like are in the discussion. Who's the breakout, or are we missing somebody?
Here's the problem. Like, we all know this is not a podcast that's very high on Bo Nix, but I think part of the problem right now for the SEC when it comes to discussing the quarterbacks is it's not crazy to think Bo Nix could be a top half of the league QB by the end of the season. Mm-hmm, and I think that speaks to a problem for the conference this year.
I think we've left off the board.
Emory Jones.
Yeah,
I know.
Well,
he could play himself.
My breakout star is his backup.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
I think Richardson will take Jones's job by the end of the year. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that staff believes that his ceiling is much higher. I really have no doubts about that. I think the question is not if, but when.
And they just go total dual threat with him. Just fully commit to the
because they
ran. I think he throws a better ball than Emory Jones does too. He just doesn't know the offense quite as well yet.
They ran a lot of Wildcat with him, or was it just straight? Did they put him at quarterback? Because I was watching the game, it was on one of the secondary TVs, and I saw like a Richardson touchdown or a Richardson run. I was like, wait, and I didn't see the formation. Were they just running him like RPOs, or were they running him as a Wildcat? Or I didn't see it. Did any of you guys get to catch it?
They did some QB run game stuff, but he was also able to throw some screens. He jumped over a guy. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was a freaky.
Yeah, I saw
freaky
that
play. I just think his skills are better than Emory Jones's. I think Emory Jones operates the offense better right now. So I think by the end of the year, we'll be talking about Richardson.
Who's your breakout candidate? Is it Richardson?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a top 5 quarterback in the SEC right now, but I agree with you based on one game of sample size against Florida.
I'll say this, and I think I've alluded to it on here before. If Emory Jones was really going to be really good, I think he would have beat out Kyle Trask. Like, they wanted to go to him so many times. And I know Kyle Trask, great story, remains to be seen what he does in the NFL. And for him to get drafted as high he was, I was surprised he got drafted that high. I don't know if he's going to be a success story in the NFL, but I think the staff wanted to give Emory Jones every opportunity to try to take it from him. And the fact that he couldn't and never really even got close to challenging him from the job, I think is more a sign of what we're talking about, why I don't feel confident, even if it was only one game, that he's all of a sudden going to turn it around magically.